Welcome, brothers. Today we're going to be talking about how to tell your wife that you are attracted to other women the right way. I'm JK Emezi, head coach at REBOOT and founder of Elevated Recovery. We help ambitious professionals, entrepreneurs, business owners, and leaders end their out of control behavior with pornography or masturbation discreetly within 90 days. Today I'm going to be responding to a question from a brother who had a conversation with his wife and it didn't turn out so great. But I have a feeling that sometimes men who are dealing with this behavior have a tendency to just trip themselves up. Hopefully this video will help you correct that. So let's talk about how to tell your wife that you're turned on by other women. First of all, I do not recommend this, okay? But this came up in a discussion in one of our Porn Reboot groups, and I think it's important to cover it here as well. So one of our brothers had said, I need some advice. I offended my wife by saying that it's possible for other women to turn me on. She now thinks that I'm turned on by every woman I see. She says that she would never feel turned on by another man. So the fact that I would by another woman means that I'm not committed to the relationship. How would you respond? Am I in the wrong and not committed to the relationship? Okay, gentlemen, so there are two things that got our brother in trouble here, aside from having that discussion in the first place. The first, this is out of control behavior, and the second is actually the language that he used to describe how he feels about other women. Now, saying turned on simply means sexually aroused. And while it is possible as a man biologically to be aroused by a woman who is outside of your relationship, overtly saying that isn't the best course to take. And this is especially true when you struggle with an out of control sexual behavior. The truth is that if you find yourself being turned on by any woman out there, especially strange women that you know nothing about, it's usually because of the pornography that you watch. You're no longer a teenager. You're a man in a relationship. Your partner cares for you. She's with you in the relationship for more than just sex. So she probably doesn't find herself sexually attracted to random men. Most women are in a relationship with a man specifically because they are sexually attracted to him, and that is a compliment to other things that he has going on for him. He's a good provider, he's a good friend, he's a good partner, he's a good father, potential to raise her kids, to protect her, she gets along with him, you have other things in common. There are many things. So for you as a man to kind of reduce everything to simply being turned on, that's a problem. And the reason you probably did it is because of your out of control sexual behavior. It's changed the way that you perceive the world. The truth is that to your wife, the fact that you're sexually aroused by random women, that's the way she sees it, it's threatening to her. So whether it's true or not, she likely feels that she isn't good enough for you when she hears this. A better way to approach the conversation, if it needs to be approached at all, is to use more intentional language. Simply using the phrase attracted to as opposed to turned on is a much more tame and acceptable way to discuss other people outside your relationship if it comes out like she's an attractive woman, right? Everyone finds people outside of their relationship attractive. It doesn't mean they want to have sex with them. So an example would be your wife thinking that a particular actor, Hollywood actor, is very attractive. That's it. Doesn't mean she wants to have sex with him. And even if you do find yourself turned on by other women, while it's a natural thing, it's something that you have to learn how to control. You can't walk around being a slave to your broken biological functioning. You destroyed your normal sexual functioning and rewired your brain to feel sexually aroused by a whole range of different women. So developing sexual control is critical, not only if you want to have a successful relationship, but the truth is in every area of your life, because it's going to bleed into your normal interactions with women. You're working professionally with a woman, you're turned on by her. You're speaking to a waitress, you're turned on by her. You get what I'm saying? My point is, you must learn how to interact with women without sexualizing them. And this is difficult to do after months or years of compulsive pornography use because this is a skill that you have to develop. You know, porn teaches you how to view women as sexual objects, but that's not how things work in the real world. And you can't walk around turned on by every woman you see. So finding yourself immediately sexually aroused whenever you see an attractive woman is not what men who have control of their sexual behavior do. Well-adapted men who are in control, can maintain their composure around women. They don't break down into these mindless sex-addled animals. So, brother, you need to develop sexual control if you want to experience a successful reboot. Again, most women in monogamous relationships, typically speaking, are aroused by their partner alone. Again, she may find other men attractive, but they don't often find themselves interested in being sexually intimate with anyone other than you, their partner. While at this point in your reboot, you may find yourself aroused by women outside your relationship, moving forward in the future, there is no reason to express this to your partner. You may be turned on by any even slightly attractive woman, but again, it's not an effective way to navigate your reboot. You are in a place where you're trying to control this behavior. Instead, take time to develop sexual control. Keep yourself from losing composure around other women that you see. Use the tools in our program and realize that this program is not just about ending your behavior with pornography. There's no point in ending your behavior if you do not have any sort of sexual control and you're walking around constantly aroused by other women. I don't know if I actually did this response justice. I also responded to it on my podcast. I feel I did a much better job there, I'll be honest with you guys. But I wanted to address that. Be very careful of the language that you use. The most important thing is that we address this with the brother in the group, within the community, and everything was taken care of, if you were curious. Now, if you would like the support that we give to our brothers in the groups, we have two programs. One is the Reboot Implementation Program, and one is the Reboot Intensive Program. The Intensive Program is where we help you end your behavior within 90 days. The Implementation Program is for those who do not have the time or the resources to invest in such an intense program. And it's more or less the same program, but you can do it over a period of 1 year. In both programs, you get to work with different coaches, including myself, and it's a great way to quickly gain control over your out of control behavior. We have a lot of men who come into the program, even the implementation program, that lasts a year, and they still experience amazing results that they've never accomplished on their own within 90 days. So, brother, if you enjoy this video, if you'd like to see more of them, please like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment. It helps us with the algorithm so that we can help more men to control their behavior and learn about an effective, efficient system for controlling your sexual behavior. I'm JK Emezi. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll speak to you later on in the week.